Hey guys, Kenny here. Stay cool and relax to the movies. Bye.
Hey guys, Kenny here. I'm here to review the foreign Indonesian American action movie from 2012, The Raid Redemption. I was thoroughly entertained by this movie. I loved everything about it. It's basically about this group of police officers who go into this really rundown looking office building or apartment building, and they soon find out that there's no one or anyone coming to help them, no backup, and they're all alone in there, and they're out to try and catch this really evil, I think he's a drug lord, some kind of a killer. He ends up also being a very devious and really evil character, and I'm really glad that the police that were left alive did eventually get to him. I loved the action in this. I'm very glad that Tom Chattelbash actually recommended this, because if it wasn't for him, I don't think I would have given this any thought of actually seeing this, and I'm very happy I did see this. The action is constant throughout the movie, but it's not confusing to follow. It's very well choreographed throughout the scenes that it's in, and then there's also some scenes where there's a break in the action where there's some really good dialogue. It's not English, so you gotta read subtitles, but I'm used to reading subtitles, and I actually thought the subtitles really helped move the story and the plot along. And in those scenes, you really get to know and learn who the characters are even more, and you get to feel for their predicament even more. And then it gets away from those scenes and back to the action, and then that is very visceral and in your face. It's violence that pushes the story along. It drives the storyline, in my opinion. And also there's really good scenes of dialogue with the guy who's the leader of all the evil doings that are going on in that building, and he really does get you to hate him, and I really admire the actor for being able to pull that off. There's another character in this who's a brother of one of the officers, and then that relationship really pulls the movie together even more. I really loved their connection and their relationship in this movie. That was so well done. There's this other main police officer, or like he's like the leader of them, who he really is the one who really tries to keep them going on their mission, and he's strict with them, but he's also caring and thoughtful with them. He tries to inspire them and make them want to move forward and to go through anyone or anything and kill them to try and actually get to the leader of the person who's actually doing all this evil and bad things. I highly recommend anyone who is a fan of action or a fan of any film in general, I really suggest that you go and see this. I think if you don't, you really be missing out on a really great piece of filmmaking, storytelling, action, set pieces and sequences, and dialogue, and relationships between a lot of the characters. And don't be put off by having to read the subtitles. In my opinion, I felt they actually were important and integral to the story itself. I give this movie a solid 5 out of 5 stars, so stay cool and relax to the movies.